Welcome to Pittsburgh, Yahya Black. So, with the Pittsburgh Steelers' 164th pick in the 5th round, they've selected Iowa's defensive lineman, Yahya Black. And this is an absolute monster of a pick. He stands at nearly 6'6", weighs 336 pounds, and he's a run-stuffing machine. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers double dip at interior defense line, but they also double dip from the school Iowa with this selection. But first, before I get more into his introduction to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, he's an absolute monster. His arms 35 inches, his hands 10 1/4 inches, and he stops the run greatly. His accomplishments through his entire career has been all Big Ten honorable mention in 2023 and 2024. And looking at what he does on the football field, he is a block-eating interior defense lineman who does his best work extending his arms and locating the football against the run. The Pittsburgh Steelers selected Derek Harmon in the 1st round, who could do both, pass rush and run stuff. But Yahya Black is a player who they need to stop the run. And looking at what the Steelers did late towards the end of the season, they let up so many yards against the run that they needed to double dip. They needed to make this a priority to fix this interior defense line. And this is exactly what Yahya Black does. He has power at the point of attack. He has active hands. He stacks and locates the football. And he takes on double teams very well. The only concerns I see in his game is maybe his first step consistency, his pass rush impact, and sometimes him being off balance. But in general, Yahya Black was a 3-sport athlete in high school, playing football, basketball, and track, and excelled on the football field. During his career, he set the record for sacks at Marshall High School with 17.5 and committed to Iowa as a 4-star recruit. The 6'5", 315-pound defensive tackle became a force against the run, but then he increased his weight and became even a bigger force against the run, racking up 13 tackles for loss, 10 of which came in the last 2 seasons. But he also added 5.5 sacks with 11 pass defense, so he at least shows good awareness at the line of scrimmage. The big thing on him is being purely a run stuffer, but based off the numbers, he does put up sacks, but sometimes it goes beyond the numbers. So, Black, he lined up many gaps for the Hawkeyes. He lined up outside of 4-eye technique and ate up blocks against the run, freeing up linebackers to do their work, but he also communicates well to the second level with heads up, pats on his rear to indicate which gaps the linebackers should be paying attention to. So he was basically like a captain of their defensive line, and he's able to do it all. Looking at his bio, giving you the introduction to him, he redshirted his prospect senior year, and he was born April 21st, 2002, so he's 22 years old. His education studies and human relations major. That's what he was. And he was 4-year track and 3 years in basketball in high school. 3-star recruit, like I said, took part in Iowa's Human and Health Services program and played in 4 games as a reserve in 2020 before redshirting, making 3 tackles. And looking at him, he started all 13 games in 2024 and making 34 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, with 1 sacks, 1 forced fumbles, and 2 pass defense, which got him this selection in the NFL draft. So, Yahya Black is the selection for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is a really good selection based off of who was left on the board, who the Pittsburgh Steelers could have took. This is a good selection by the Steelers adding to this defense line because this is what they need to fill. They need to fix this run game. They need to get younger, but they need to get bigger. The Pittsburgh Steelers do exactly that with this pick because Cameron Hayward's getting older. They need some players who could rotate and not just get bullied bulb every single time they're in the game. And Yahya Black is not going to be one of them. He's not going to get bullied. He's going to hold his own and make an impact on this team. And on top of that, he's a big guy. He can play defensive tackle, nose tackle, but also other defense line positions. So stopping the run is what the Steelers needed, and that's what they get, double dipping at this position. So that's the end of this video, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the selection of Yahya Black. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Would you have went a different position? Or do you want the Steelers to still select a quarterback in the draft? For example, Shedeur Sanders is gone. He's with the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to talk about this a little bit towards the end of this video, but is there a quarterback like Will Howard or another quarterback on the board that you would want? Is there another player, wide receiver, different position that you want on this team? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, let's talk about Shedeur real quick. Of course, the Cleveland Browns get him. Shedeur Sanders projected to go round 1, projected to be made the second best quarterback in this year's draft class, maybe in the first. But he fell all the way to the 5th round. The Browns added so many quarterbacks this offseason. They have Deshaun Watson still, who's injured, probably out for season. But they added Joe Flacco. They added Kenny Pickett. They added a quarterback in the 3rd round. And of course, they added another quarterback in Shedeur. I don't know what their plan was, adding 2 quarterbacks in this year's draft class with all those other quarterbacks, but that's what they did. And of course, Shedeur, he would go to an AFC North team and the Browns. Because now if he becomes a superstar, the Browns got him. So you hate that for them, but you love that for Shedeur. He finally got picked. His free fall in the draft stops. Would you have wanted the Steelers select him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, that's the end of this video. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis reports. Turn notifications for this channel so you never miss out on any new draft selection by this team. I've covered everyone so far. Their introduction to you is on the channel. Go ahead and check it out. And every other pick coming up, an introduction will be on the channel. So stay tuned. Turn notifications and subscribe. One last thing I want to add. The Pittsburgh Steelers did trade back in the draft to make this selection. They actually traded with the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Pittsburgh Steelers traded back like 10 spots, 11 spots in the draft in the 5th round for this selection, but they also pick up a 7th round draft pick, just in case if you weren't aware. So the Steelers received pick 164 and pick 226, and they gave up their pick at 156, just in case if you weren't aware. So they probably figured that even if they trade back, they could still get their guy, still get someone they love in Yahya Black, and that was the case. They get him at a later spot, but also pick up more draft picks. Anyway, that's it in this video, and I'll see you guys all later until the next selection. A little bit from now, I'm out. Peace.